Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, Raghavendra Mysore. Today I am solving a state level board paper which is given by the Karnataka Secondary Education Examination Board 2021 Model Paper 1. It is a model paper. In this video I am going to solve the multiple choice questions of 1 mark. So I think it will be easy for all the SSLC students to face the examination. So without wasting the time, let us get into the video. The first question is like this. If the pair of linear equations x plus 2y is equal to 3 and 2x plus 4y is equal to k are coincident, then the value of k is dash. They have given 4 options, 3, 6, minus 3, minus 6. We need to check out which one is the correct option. So the question, first you need to identify the unit of the question. Already the unit name is here itself, pair of linear equations, and they are saying that the two equations are coincident. What is the meaning of coincident? See, whenever they provide one word which is called as coincident, you need to know there are 3 words which are, one is intersecting, one is coincident, and the last one is parallel. What do you mean by intersecting? The two lines, when we solve this equation, we can draw a graph by using this first equation. We can draw another graph by using second equation. The two lines intersect at one point, that is called as intersecting lines. Coincident means when you draw one line by the one equation, then you can draw the another line which is going to be connected. So both will be in the same lines. What will the parallel? So two lines will be parallel. One line will be of one equation and the other line will be of another equation. So all these 3 are interrelated. If you, in this particular unit, you need to know the concept of all these 3 things. So intersecting means the ratios, the general form you need to know, that is a1x plus b1 by plus is equal to c1 or plus c1 is equal to 0, like that it is. The ratio of intersecting is a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Coincident means the ratio of a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. And finally, the parallel lines, the ratio of a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. So if you know these 3 things, we can solve these problems. a1, b1, c1 are the coefficients and the constant of the first equation. a2, b2 and c2 are the coefficient and the constant of the second equation. So since they are saying coincident, we will take the equation, this one, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So here a1, b1, c1 are nothing but a1 is x variable coefficient, that is 1, and b1 is y variable coefficient 2, and c1 is constant 3. So a2 means second equation, x variable coefficient is 2, b2 means second equation, y variable is 4, and c2 means it is k. We need to find the value of k here, correct? So obviously it is also 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are. So it is 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by k. So the denominator number is twice the numerator number. So the value of k should be 2 times the value of c. Or you can do like this, 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by k. Since they are equal, we will take ones cross multiply. So 1 into k is k, 2 into 3 is 6. So the value of k is 6. The correct option is B, and the answer is 6. The second question, moving for the second question, the nth term of the AP is an is equal to 4n plus 5. Then the third term is, so they have given the nth term equation, that is an is equal to 4n plus 5. We need to find out the third term, that is the value of n is equal to what? 3. Substitute in place of n as 3. a3 is equal to 4 into 3 plus 5. 4 3 is 12 plus 5 is 17. So the correct option is option D, 17. So the next question, moving for the next question, question number 3. If the roots of the quadratic equation is x square plus 6x plus k is equal to 0 are equal, then the value of k is. So friends, this question is particularly with respect to the discriminant delta. So we know that in quadratic equation delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. There are 3 types of roots that we are going to get. When the value of this delta is greater than 0, then the roots are real and are distinct. And if the value of delta is less than 0, that is the negative values if we get, the roots are imaginary. And the last one is if the roots are equal to 0 itself. So in this question, they are saying that already they are equal. Are equal means this value b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So then we need to find out the value of k here. So obviously a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. So in the given question, a is what? 1, b is 6, and c is k. So we will substitute here b square, that is 6 square minus 4 into a is 1 into k is equal to 0. Since they are saying it is the roots are equal to 0. 6 square is 6 6 are 36, 4 into 1 is 4, 4 into k is 4k is equal to 0. Transpose 4k minus 4k to the other side of the equals, it becomes plus 4k, that is equal to 36. 4 ones are 4 nines are. So the value of k is 9. I hope that you have understood this one. So the correct option is A, that is 9 is the correct answer. The fourth question, the value of sine 60 degree into cos 30 degree is dash. So it depends upon the standard angles table. If you know the table, we can solve this particular problem within no time. So just I'm going to explain the standard angles 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree with respect to sine function. If you like to understand, if you want to remember the whole table easily, means you just do a comment in this particular video after. First I will do a comment, we will do a video on this particular trigonometric standard angles. So sine 0 means always 0. Remember, sine 90 means it is equal to 1. And from 30 degree to 60 degree, the values is going to increase. After 0, the next value of sine will be 1 by 2. After 30 degree, the sine value will be 1 by root 2. The last sine 60 will be root 3 by. So sine 0 means 0, sine 0 degree means 0, sine 30 degree means 1 by 2, sine 45 degree means 1 by root 2, sine 60 degree means root 3 by 2, sine 90 degree means 1. The reverse of this particular standard angles of sine function will be the cos one. Okay, cos 0 means it is 1, cos 30 means it is root 3 by 2, cos 45 means it is 1 by root 2, cos 60 means 1 by 2, cos 90 means 0. So sine and cos are reversed to one another, and in the question they are asking us to find out the value of sine 60 degree into cos 30 degree. So I will write down here sine 60 into cos 30. Sine 60 means you can see here 60 degree means root 3 by 2 into cos 30 means that is also root 3 by 2. We need to multiply root 3 into root 3 square by 2 into 2, 4. Root square get cancels here, 3 by 4 is the correct answer. So the option C is the correct one, root 3 by 4. I hope that you are getting the idea about this one. The fifth question, the distance of the coordinate P 4,3 from the x-axis is dash. So most of the students is going to try to use the distance formula. For this particular question, you should not use the distance formula. They are saying that there are two axes. One is x-axis, one is y-axis. The point P is there 4,3. So horizontal line is x-axis, vertical line is y-axis. They are saying that it is a point P which is having a 4,3 as the coordinate point. This is the origin 0. So we will give the points 1, 2, 3, 4. Here y is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. So this point comes where in x-axis we need to go from 4. From y-axis we need to come from 3. The point of intersection of these two points is 4,3. The distance from x-axis is, what is the distance up to this point from x-axis? The distance is 3 units. You can see here the distance is 3 units, 1, 2, 3. So the correct option is option B, 3 units. So the next question, question number 6. Question number 6 is like this: a straight line intersecting a circle at 2 points is called as. So this is a circle. If a straight line intersecting a circle at 2 points, then it is called as secant. If a straight line touches the circumference of the circle at one point, tangent. If the ends of the straight line lying exactly on the circumference of the circle, it is a chord. So obviously the answer is a secant. Seventh question, question number 7th one. The volume of a cylinder is 300 meter cube. Then the volume of a cone having the same radius and height as that of the cylinder is. We need to find out the volume of the cone. You need to know the relationship between the volume of the cylinder and volume of the cone. So volume of cylinder, and that is given by the formula pi r square h, and volume of cone, that is given by the formula 1 by 3 pi r square h. They are saying that volume of cylinder is equal to the, is given. So we need to find out what? We need to find out volume of cone, correct? So volume of cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. What is the volume of cylinder is given? 300 meter cube, correct? So pi r square h is 300 meter cube. So 3 ones are 3 hundreds. So the volume of cone is 100 meter cube. So the correct answer is D, option D, 100 meter cube. The surface area of a sphere of radius 7 centimeter is. So for the sphere, the total surface area and the curved surface area is same. So we will write down total surface area of sphere is given by the formula 4 pi r square. So what is the volume of the sphere? That is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now radius is given already, r is equal to 7 centimeter. So 4 into pi is 22 by 7, r square is 7 into 7 centimeter square. 1717 get cancelled, 7 on the 7 on the. So 4 into 22, 22 4 is 88 into 7 centimeter square. 7 8s are 56, 5 carry for the next digit, 7 8s are 56 plus 6 is 16. 61. So it is 616 centimeter square is the surface area of the sphere. So the option C is the correct one. So friends, if you are facing the examination, learn each and every unit, because all the units are easy. Only the thing is you need to practice more. And if you have liked this one, please give a like to the video, share the video, and if you are new to my channel, please do support by subscribing it. Thanks for watching the video.